Rat, please take a seat.
Yo, it's your boy Chinwagging. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chinwagging Choppo, episode 3, I think we're up to. So, let's get underway, Griff.
Thanks for that, Rat. So on to Barney. Has it been a big week preparing for the podcast or what, mate?
No, slight week. Actually headed up to Kahuna on the weekend with Big Tipper. Good little getaway and refresher from the podcast. It's been a tough week.
Very good. Boggy, what did you get up to over the week, mate?
Not too much, Millsy. Just played a bit of 2K and woke up at about 2 p.m. and that's about it.
Very good. Johnny, what did you get up to, you big rapper?
Yeah, first of all, what's popping, everybody? No, not much, just a bit of golf, Millsy.
Very good. So over the weekend, big event. We had the Brownlow. So if we could just have a recap over that, and we'll start with Bo because he predicted that Ollie Wines was going to win it. So what do you reckon, Bo?
Yeah, Millsy, I absolutely nailed it. Called Bont to be leading it to the last 3 rounds, and Ollie Wines will come hard home and take it. So I couldn't be much more perfect, mate.
Very good. Yeah, it was a very good prediction, almost as good as my Melbourne Demons by 17 goals. But anyway, it was a pretty crazy night. I think me and Barney and a few of the other blokes wanted Bont to get up, but can't go everyone's way. And your boy Steely didn't perform very well either, did he, Rat?
No, not too happy with that. It's not his fault. It's the umpire's fault. The 26 votes just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. And to think that he didn't even go close to winning it, it just shows how underrated he is, and he goes under the radar every time, even with votes. So, yeah, just a lot of shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Good to see you're having a bit of a disco as well to fire up the mood tonight. So,
yeah, disco Rat. Welcome.
Welcome. All right. So on the weekend, this weekend coming, we've got the grand final. So we're going to run a few more predictions and see how we go. So if we could just start with Barney with the winner, the margin, and the Norm Smith.
I'm going to go for the Dogs, but I think Melbourne are going to win. I think they'll win by 20 points, and Norm Smith, Christian Petrarca.
Yep. All right. Bo, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, Millsy, massive Doggy supporter, so I've got to stay true and loyal. I've got the Doggies winning by 13 points, and my boy Baz Lanka, shout out, winning the Norm Smith.
Yep. All right, Sam, what do you got, mate?
Yeah, may as well get on the Dogs bandwagon and call them as the winners. I reckon it'll be a tight one. I reckon it'll be a goal in it, so 6 points, Dogs up at the end. And a bit of a really rough one, but can get up. Tim English for Norm Smith.
Tell you what, you'd want to knock Maxi Gorn out the first 5 minutes to see he was.
Oh, Jesus.
It's rough, but I think he can get up.
Yep. All right, we'll keep that one in mind, and we'll return back to it next week. Disco Rat, what do you got, mate?
It'll be shit granny, D's by 11 goals, and Tom McDonald to kick 8 and win the Norm.
Geez, that's a bit ambitious, Rat. And personally, I think it'll be the Dogs by 2 points in an absolute thriller. Cody Waitman to kick the winning goal, and Mitch Hannon against his old sign to win the Norm Smith. So,
Cap.
All right. Moving on, we'll move on to a little event that occurred this morning on Wednesday morning, and that was the earthquake. So, if we could just start with Sam. How did you come into the earthquake situation?
Yeah, this one's a bit of a funny one, Millsy. So obviously I'd just woken up, and as you do in the morning, you've got to take your morning pee. I think most of us here have to pee in the morning. So I was hovering over the toilet, me dick out, taking a piss, and then all of a sudden everything starts shaking. I'm thinking, geez, what's this? Earthquake's happening. Meanwhile, piss is going everywhere. Got a bit on the wall, bit on the light switch all over the bowl. Wasn't a great morning, not a good start to the day, but yeah, just that's what happened.
Yeah, look, I don't think any of our experiences will be as eventful as that, but we'll move on to Tip. And what do you got, mate?
I've been up for about half an hour, just sitting in my bed, and then next minute I thought it was a big gust of wind at first, and my windows started rattling, and I was like, bloody hell, what's going on here? And then the bed started shaking. I was like, geez, this is a bit more serious than a gust of wind. And turns out it was a big solid earthquake. So yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, very good. Barn, how did you experience it, mate?
Well, I was just napping away, get me good 8 hours in. So, yeah. And then my bed started shaking and just reminded me of that time when I was with Tiffy's mum.
Keep it in.
That's staying in. Move on the bow, I reckon.
Yeah.
We've got Rat laughing as usual and the boys going off their head here. Bo, how did you experience the earthquake this morning, mate?
Yeah, it happened about around 9 o'clock. So that's not my usual time I wake up. I'm usually more the middle of the day, late arvo. And the fucking kind of a thing woke me up, and I couldn't really care. I stayed up for 5 minutes and just went back to sleep and went along with my day. Not a really big deal, Millsy.
Yep, very good. Yeah, earthquake this morning. Woke up and she was just, I was wobbling around the place. Bed was shaking. The old house felt like it was about to land on me. So yeah, chucked it on my private story like 40,000 other people, and yeah, just chilled out. Anyway, moving on. We are going to talk about a bit of golf. Over the weekend, me and the lads played a lot of golf. So we're just going to throw a bit of abuse at Tom Bruin here, the granny. He walks around the golf course and just smacks balls along the ground and lands.
Hold on,
Millsy.
Hold on. So, Tip, what's the go with how many clubs do you run?
Three clubs.
3 clubs. What do you got?
3 clubs and an e-bike. So I run the driver, the 4-iron, and the putter. That's all you need.
So, and Tip, on the holes where it's 120, where you'd probably recommend the pitching wedge or something like that, what do you run with?
The driver. If you're teeing off, you use the fucking driver.
And where does the ball go?
To the hole. Get 5 meters off the hole. Switch to the putter and put it in. Otherwise, I might do a granny, get it halfway, switch to the 4-iron, get it to the hole, and putt it in. That's all you need, lads.
Yeah.
Move on, Millsy. Rubbish.
Look, very good, Rat. Last time I saw you play, you were splicing them out to bloody hole 2 when you're on hole 8. So anyway, next question is Palmer or Palmy? So this is just the way that you pronounce it. So we'll just move it around the meeting and we'll have a discussion about what you say. So we'll start it off with Tip. What do you prefer saying, mate?
Palmy. Yeah, Palmy for me. Yep.
Bo, what do you say, mate?
Palmy for me, Millsy.
Barn.
Well, it's Palmy, and if you say Palmer, you're delusional.
And I think this one might cause a bit of a heated discussion here because I'm about to ask Sam. And what do you reckon, Sam?
A bit of a controversial one, actually. Some would say I'm delusional. I call it a Palmer.
You are delusional. Look at your freaking get up, mate.
Go easy, mate. Your mum's bald. Keep it in, Millsy.
Let's go. Moving on, Griff. Moving on.
Let's just take a moment. Anyway, that was pretty out of the blue, but anyway, we'll try and compose ourselves. The next one is this one. I think will be probably the biggest question of the podcast, and it'll be a very interesting one to see if anyone in the comments wants to say what they reckon. So you have to give up one: brushing your teeth or wiping your ass. So, Barney, we'll start with you, mate.
Fucking hell.
I'm happy with chucking up, wiping my ass out the window. I reckon I can trust me clean snaps enough. So yeah, I think I'll be right with that. Or just duck it in the pool. She'll be right.
Oh,
Good.
so you're happy to walk around with
Or
a
get the
skid
garden
marking-
hose out. Maybe get the brothers to get the garden hose out, sorted out. There's other ways around it.
Stuff. Sam, what would you go, mate?
I think the old saying, you don't tidy your house unless you're expecting guests. comes into play here. So I think in saying that, I'll probably have to get rid of brushing my teeth. No, I'm kidding. I'll get rid of cleaning the ass.
All right. Tim, what do you reckon, mate?
Look, I actually don't really understand the question because I've already given one up. I don't want my ass. I actually have a permanent hose in my shitter, and I just give that a bit of a spray after I snap one off.
Yeah, look.
So it's not a problem for me.
Yeah, interesting approach, Rat. I'm not really sure about it, but whatever you say, mate. Personally, I'm just gonna say I'd get rid of brushing my teeth just to say something different to everyone else. I don't know. Wiping your ass, it's fine. You don't have to walk around with skids in your jocks the rest of the day, I suppose. You can sort of substitute brushing your teeth somehow. Anyway,
How Millsy?
Rat runs a wet gooch after a shit.
And then you get your bath down and dry.
Oh, too much information. And then you dry yourself with that.
All right. Moving
Cleanly
on.
washed out of the shower and then straight to the shit towel.
It's not white, Rat.
All right. Moving on.
Actually, no, I've got the towel here, lads. There you go.
I want to see the towel.
All
No
right.
worries, boys.
Looks like it's been
Moving
through
on.
the walls, Rat.
Moving on before a bit more information comes out. Who knows where that one was going? Anyway, protest in Melbourne. It's a very crazy topic at the moment, and Rat is really furious about it with me. Not sure about the other blokes, but me and Rat have had a subtle discussion about it, and we're fully against it. So we'll start with you, Tip, and your thoughts on the protest, mate. You're on mute, mate.
Can you hear me or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not hear what I said?
No.
No.
Oh, I said cockheads. and left it at that.
Yeah.
Gave you
Whatever, mate.
donuts.
Anyway, Sam, what do you reckon, mate?
About 2 podcasts ago, episode 1, I was sticking up for Dan Andrews and our government, saying they've been doing a good job. I think in the space between that podcast and this podcast of, shit's hit the ceiling fan, I think. Yeah. That's how you want to put it, Rat. Don't quote me on it. Look, the protesters are all cockheads, as Rat said. There's better ways to get about it, but I sort of look at it and think, gee, they've probably got a bit of a why as to why they're out there. A bit of a reason, but they're still all dickheads. Millsy, that's my take on it.
Yep, fair enough. And what are your thoughts on the news reporter copping a V to the back of the head?
I thought he wore it quite well, actually. He obviously couldn't continue the story. Gee, it looked like he was nearly crying there, but apparently there was I saw a picture that his head was bleeding. So yeah, he wore it. He wore it quite well for live TV.
Yep, very good. Barney, what are your thoughts on the protest, mate?
Oh, I was actually there. And I saw this news reporter reporting the news, and I thought I'd do a little hit and run. So he had like a bald head or something like that, holding a Channel 7 thing. So, yeah, done a little hit and run.
We've found the person that's done it here.
The
Anyway,
culprit.
yep. Bo, what are your thoughts on it, mate?
Look, Mills, you don't want to get too personal, but if any one of the protesters watching this, you can go stick this up your ass. Go home.
Right then.
You're not even supposed to be out. Have a good look at yourself. Stop ruining the state. Go home. You're no hopers.
Very strong message, and I couldn't agree more
Good
there,
stuff,
Bo.
Bogey.
I saw a very good line on social media the other day, and it said, I didn't know VCAL graduation ceremony was on in Melbourne at the moment. So I thought that one was pretty funny.
Let's go.
But anyway, we'll move on from that one.
Bit of a different take on the grand final parade this year. A bunch of tradies walking down the street. But anyway.
I'm glad they got it going still.
Didn't know Collingwood were in the final.
That's it.
All right, we'll move on. What would you rather throw away, money or love? So that's our next little topic question. So we'll start this one off with Bo.
Millsy, I'm throwing away love, mate. Just like the great man said, Juice WRLD, all girls are the same. Fuck them off. Money for me, mate. Plenty more things you can do with it.
Yep, fair enough. Barney, what do you reckon, mate?
Same with Boggy. I hate agreeing with him, but I have to agree with him here. Don't need love, but you need money, so I'll stick with that.
Yeah, we're right. Sam, what are your thoughts on that?
I believe I'm a very compassionate man. I've got a lot of good qualities. I'm quite attractive, and I have a lot to offer. So I think I'm going to have to throw away the money and stick with love, Millsy.
Yep.
Even after a heartbreak.
Fuck, you've caught me off guard there, mate. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw away the love and let's take a bit of money, I reckon, Barney. You've convinced me.
Let's go, Johnny.
Tip, what do you reckon, mate?
Pretty desperate to get my cock sucked in the moment, so it's throw away money.
Oh my! Cut that, you dog.
Look, I hate love, but I love women. So it's money for me. Like to throw away love and take the money, and then pay the women to give you love. You know what's up?
Let's go.
Good stuff, Cuddles. So personally, I don't know. Love, Nosh, probably. Anyway. Moving on.
It's cute, Millsy.
Moving on, lads. We've got a big one here. And it's going to be the way that we're going to end the podcast this week. So if you could trade lives with someone, who would it be? So we'll start it off with Johnny. What do you got, mate?
Haven't put a great deal of thought into this one, so whatever I say is just going to be off the top of my head right now, Millsy. If I could trade lives with anyone, it'd probably be your dad, Millsy. I think we both know why. On to the next bloke.
All right, so moving on. We have got the big rat, the big disco rat. Get a bit of disco going for this one, Rat. Who are you going with?
I actually broke my remote, like in the time of this podcast. Hang on. I might have it fixed here. No disco. Sorry, lads.
That's all right.
If I could be anyone, it would be Jack Steele because he's a sexy man and he gets all women. So, yeah.
What's up? Anyway, Bo, what are you going, mate?
Millsy, I'm going a bit different. I'm going my younger brother.
Hey,
Big bull.
He's all around, probably better than me, better looking. He's bigger than me, stronger than me, he's faster than me, smarter than me. Just really an upgrade, Millsy.
Very good.
Yeah.
Barney, who are you thinking, mate?
I was thinking LeBron James. He's got it all. Money, looks. He's second greatest of all time.
No, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT, bro.
No,
No,
he's second.
second.
Who
No,
is
he's
it?
a goat.
I'd love to
my
have
God,
his life.
you
Who's the
old
GOAT?
head.
Who's the GOAT, boys?
And he's
MJ,
Jordan,
bro.
MJ, easy.
We can, Millsy, we can do this topic another episode because they
No,
don't want to get us.
We've got it now. We've got it now. Let's go.
All right,
It's
all
MJ.
right. Let me just
No
say something
cap.
real quick. You never even watched MJ play. Story over. LeBron James is the GOAT.
Exactly. You watch the
That
documentary.
last dance?
Yeah,
The Last
and that
Dance,
documentary.
bro?
Let me talk. That documentary is made him look good. Why would he make a documentary about himself, making himself look bad?
Hey.
Have some think into it, rat. Fucking hell.
And let me just say something. A bit of a comparison here. Sir Donald Bradman used to face pie chuckers in his class as the greatest of all time, and that means MJ was playing against potato defenders. So
Yeah, he's playing against PE teachers.
therefore, LeBron James is the GOAT.
What's he going here?
That was cap.
Interesting one, Barney. Anyway, I don't even know if I answered who I'd be, but probably Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
just touch on your.
Yeah, who agree?
Yeah,
Jake
who?
Paul.
Jake Paul. Would
Yeah,
you
he's
like to tell us why?
All about the controversy. Proper boxer. What more could
Greatest
you
boxer
want?
of all time.
Hot
Got a fit
misses.
missus.
Yeah, exactly right.
A sexy
Anyway.
brother.
So who was about to say something then? And I cut him off. Sam.
No, all good, all good.
Yep. Right. So we'll move on to shout outs, lads. We'll just go around the meeting again. So we'll start with Barney. Any shout outs this week, mate?
I do this week. Shout out Archie Connors, long time listener.
Very good. Bo, any shout outs this week, mate?
Nah, no shout outs this week, Millsy.
Righto. Sam, any shout outs, mate?
I got no one needing a shout out this week, Millsy.
Yep. Tip, any shout outs?
Shout out to my mum and dad. They've been pretty good to me lately.
Very good. And personally, I'd just like to shout out Enrique Goggin from the pond. Yeah, you wanted a shout out. So
Goggin! Let's go.
And Hank from Kai. Big weapon, wanted to shout out, and I'd be rude not to.
Big crank.
So shout out to Hank. So anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you all again. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a very fun time, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast.